This is Fish's story. This is what I'm calling adventure punk. It's not a legitimate genre yet, so pardon the clunkiness while I iron out the wrinkles. As I'll ever be. Alright, here we go. At once, and with an almost inhuman walking speed, Quincy stomped up the cobblestone steps of the Cartographers Guild, shoved open their oak wood doors, and ignored the receptionist when she asked if he needed assistance. His head of wild, bushy hair was unkempt, as if he'd woken up and gone to the guild straight away. He still wore his canvas long coat and travel trousers, but didn't manage to lace his boots. With another shove of the second pair of doors, he stumbled into the guildmaster's office, stopped abruptly right in front of his desk. That is a powerful entrance, bro. Purpose, meaning, and you immediately offset the question of, okay, well, if someone's asking him if he needs help, they obviously, like, he's not about to enter a meeting, right? He's not going here because he was, like, invited, right? It's like, it absolutely sets a mood, right? And it's like that very important detail, because the first thing I thought is like, well, if he's ignoring the receptionist, he's probably pissed. Right? Like, he's on a fucking mission right now. So he's doing either something shady as shit, or he is fucking pissed. Guildmaster adjusted his spectacles and sighed. Mr. Arfoir. Is that how you say that? Arfoir? I have no idea. He's very mad. Nice to see you at this early, as you will see. This early hour. Don't take that jovial tone with me, Quincy growled. You denied my funding expedition. Again! Yes, came the guildmaster's reply, pouring himself a glass of whiskey before taking a small gulp. And the guild will continue to do so. As I've advised many times, Mr. Arfoir, the guild's funding is reserved for guild affairs, or other such affairs of top import. Your expedition... My expedition, Quincy interrupted, is of top import. With a modest airship and a small crew, I have the expertise and the mappage to explore beyond the end of the world. Just think of the possibilities, Guildmaster. Think of how it was in the way back when all we knew of was the old continent. Brave, intrepid sailors discovered the new continent, and on it founded the city of New Enum. To think we'd still be stuck with crummy old Enum otherwise. Oh, this again. This stomping around guild property and busting into my office during my morning drink is about that old topic. Look, travel beyond the end of the world is not only dangerous, it's very illegal. It's only illegal because you all have lobbied the government into making it so. You've all tried to monopolize all avenues of exploration. From making the manufacture and sale of private party maps illegal, to the confiscation of any relics, to airship permits. You've also started going after balloons. Balloons, for God's sake, goodness sake. Fish, I'm just going to say this is an absolutely beautiful way to start out with the ability to lore dump without the feeling of heavy exposition. Because we want to know why this guy is angry, what he wants, and what's stopping him. And you're literally just throwing all of the answers at us, increasing the curiosity of like, ooh, okay. It's like at the beginning, I remember at the beginning of like Eye of the World, it's like mentioning all of these towns, like mentioning all of these like different like political types of people and stuff. And they're basically setting up the ecosystem of the town for you to get into the character's face, right? But you're using the character's face to get into the exposition. I tend not to do heavy exposition. I prefer to drip feed through the characters interacting. Yeah, and this is the perfect way to just get everything out and draw interest right at the beginning. You're just absolutely capitalizing on tension, expectation, anticipation, and curiosity. The guildmaster raised his hand. And, of course, it's all coming from an angry character, so you don't know how accurate any of this is. He could be extremely biased, right? So having it be an emotional response adds that element of uncertainty to it. He'd not get a reply in edgewise at this rate. Mr. Arfoire, air travel is dangerous. Even private balloons are dangerous. Don't think that because they travel slower, that isn't the case. Our permits have only increased safety practices and awareness of such things, while ensuring that only the best put on a long coat and take up the adventuring lifestyle. Very nice hint there. That it's like a defining factor of adventurers. Like almost an adventurer's akaton. I love that. And take up the adventuring lifestyle. It is a calling that many never receive, and even less are fit to answer. Which is all rubbish. The Cartographers Guild was only seeking to deepen its pockets while curbing competition. This was an open secret. Any organizations that popped up were swiftly cut down. Yes, canvas long coat with many pockets. Kind of like the idea of like cargo pants, but for a jacket, right? You gotta have all the pockets, all of the belts and straps. I'm imagining like freaking like this is literally what I'm imagining. Like, is it Cell? I can't remember the guy's name. No, not 7, 8. Zell? Yeah, Zell. Not interested. Like a full body picture of him. Where's with his like with the coat on? Is it this one? Ugh, I can never get the fucking picture. But anyways, yeah, something along those lines. I was to say it's not the same as it was in my mind. Then who's the guy? He has like a white. It's like a white coat. And it's like super long. It's got like all the belts and straps on it. It's kind of like Aaron's from Final Fantasy X, but white. I guess maybe Aaron would be a better example of that. Ads! Fucking ads! God damn it. I can't win at anything. Guys, I'm the worst fucking streamer. God damn, I should just quit. This is bullshit. You know. You make one mistake, right? You're fucking... You know, it's like, oh, you know, oh, I cheated on my wife. Yeah, sure, okay, yeah, you know, it's all good, right? You know, I freaking, It's just those things in life, you know, things you can be known for. It's just like, you know, oh, you're a bad dad. Oh, you know, oh, all these kinds of things, like. But you fuck one goat, and you're a goat fucker for the rest of your life. Bullshit. Welcome, welcome, Queen. How's it going? 3, 2, 1, toke. No, the joke is, you know, those things that you do in life that basically define you. You know, there's some things it's like you can get away with, right? It's like, oh, you know, I beat my wife. Oh, yeah, whatever, you know. Oh, I have a DUI. Oh, fuck it. No one really cares, you know. But you fuck one goat, and you're a goat fucker for the rest of your fucking life. It's the goat joke. My friend's dad, when he was drunk, would always tell that joke to everyone, no matter what. No matter the situation. You could be sitting at church, and he would be fucking trying to tell this joke. It's like, Gordo, calm down, bro. You're drunk. It's already 11 o'clock on a Sunday. It was the second 2-6. Alright. Back to the story. So we were reading Fish's story. Because he finally finished it, Queen. So we get to read it, and so far it's fantastic. But yeah, what do you think, Fish? Like Aaron's long coat? Is that kind of the same idea? Because that's kind of what I'm imagining, right? This was an open secret. Any organizations that popped up. This is a new one. Yeah. Finally finished the first scene to chapter 7. Fuck yeah, Queen! That's dope! Love it. Think the Mummy one, something they would wear. Doesn't Rick have... Oh, no, that's probably... Yes, of course, Queen writes. We've already read the first 6 chapters of her story about a shadow. A young queen and her struggle against the authoritarian kingdom at her side. Gaining the true powers that I'm guessing at some point are going to consume her and probably turn her into a tyrant. I want to talk to Queen! Ah! That's to Fish, not you. You saved me there, Queen. For a second, I thought I was getting snowballed. If you know what, if you know, you know. Clerks 1. Snowballing. Only an international society of adventuring and exploration managed to still stand, after all the lobbying and legislation done to destroy the organization. Even then, it was mostly due to them being international, and thus having a weird jurisdictional status that made direct legislation against them illegal. Still, those of the society still found it hard to stay true to their namesake. The recent airship permit saw to that. Quincy folded his arms. It simply won't do. I'll have none of it, he cried. These days, it is a blue moon when any guildsmen actually go on an expedition and survey. When was the last time you sent a team to map more of the new continent? We only have one known settlement there, and that's New Enham. Private explorers have to spend coin to put on a coat and tell civilization what's out there, if they live long enough to do so. Of course, you all see it fit to sit back here and wait for relics to be found so you can snatch them from these intrepid heroes' hands. If your spit looks like that, Fish, you should probably go get that checked. There's many. We're not even gonna go there. We're not even gonna go there. Let's just the Guildmaster side. None of what Quincy said was a lie, and moreover, the guild liked it that way. Relics, in some cases, could make or break careers. Ooh, there have been some explorers who managed to retire and ascend into nobility from relics found in ruins or labyrinths. Talks! What did you think of the new video? And don't say I need more breathing, I'll add that next time. You were into the role very well, Callie. I absolutely love your voice acting. The script itself is hilarious. I love it. It's very tame, but alluring. And I guess the image doesn't really fit the description. If he's like, oh, I was like deformed to be like fucked up, but the picture is like this really like cute femboy kind of thing. Does that make sense? But, you know, that's just like, that doesn't really matter at fucking all, right? I'm just clutching at straws. Yeah, I'm too scared to generate an image that fits it. Yeah, because you want it to be a hot image, right? You want the image of it to be like he considers himself grotesque, but maybe he's actually really hot, Callie. You never know. Queen! True, Callie. Queens are an amazing unit. Rulers of nations have spent great sums of coin to employ their own private teams to uncover them. But, of course, relic salvage was yet another illegal activity, thanks in part to the Cartographers Guild. It was only when a private explorer found a particular interesting relic and was willing to part with it that they looked the other way. And to think, royal families were willing to play ball with these people. Quincy had to scoff at that. Could you watch the video? Stop telling me what to do! Fine! Gives Queen a hug. Here, oh, fuck. Well, I had it. I had it here somewhere. Oh, I do, because it's playing in the oh, it was playing in the background. Here, Queen, go check it out. Whoops. Ignore the beginning part there. That was a copy and paste. Now, if your weekly temper tantrum has concluded, the Guildmaster said, taking another swig of whiskey, I suspect that will be all, and you may show yourself the door. Quincy, with a shake of his head, did just that. Can you believe it, Ordo? Quincy, now sitting in a tavern, asked his fellow explorer. This guild, they've always allowed coin and control to cloud their mind until they've become the very thing they were created to combat. It's as if they hate knowledge, adventure, the unknown. This isn't the guild I remember being part of. Ordo's dark-skinned face betrayed no signs of a feeling one way or the other regarding the guild. He, like most people in Enum, consigned themselves to their fate of having curiosity sucked out of them piece by piece. With each new law drafted, with each new freedom swiped from them, it became easier to roll over and accept the guild's regulation of travel. I got it playing in the background? Hell yeah. Yes, my friend, he finally replied after a long silence. But what can one do? Perhaps it is time to let the guild take over. Change is part of life. It would be nice, I think, Queen for Callie, at least, if you did listen to it. Then you could give him some feedback, especially because you're a chick, and it's like you're the target audience. So I think you would probably be able to give him the best amount of feedback. I'm only half the target audience, right? So... Not the target, though, because I'm not into ASMR stuff. But, like, as a woman, you could say... I just think you'd have more insight, but it's up to you, right? One is constantly R. Didn't know she was a she. Okay. Constantly learning. True, fish. It doesn't really matter. Not will I still draw breath, Ordo. You didn't even know what I was proposing that was denied funding anyway. Ordo rolled his eyes. No, but you will tell me. Indeed I will. Quincy fumbled around in his beige coat pocket to reveal a folded sheet of paper that had clearly seen better days. He hunched forward, and Ordo instinctively did the same. Look, Ordo. A rudimentary map that shows an approximate location for the end of the world. Somewhere on the new continent. And I love this idea of, like, the end of the world. Like, what is this end of the world? It's clearly not, like, the end of the world, as in the farthest they've ever gone. Maybe it's the farthest anyone has ever gone and it's like a legend? Queen apparently has an assignment. This will count towards your grade, Queen. I'm kidding. Downvote the video and send me a hate comment. Hey, downvotes are still engagement. That's what I love about people that, like, hate comment. It's like, by hate commenting, it doesn't matter what the content of the message is. The fact that you commented means you boosted the video. If you really hated the video, you shouldn't comment and you should just leave. And that's probably the reason why things go viral from, like, rage bait. Because people just can't help themselves and they have to comment, which causes the video to go insane because everyone's like, this is bullshit, fuck this. And then they need everyone else in the comment section to, downvotes help. Yes, downvotes help the algorithm. Any engagement at all helps the algorithm. It's fucked up, but yes. It doesn't help as much as a like. And I don't know whether likes or comments are better because, like, I know multiple channels that have run multiple experiments over multiple months. Especially, like, the PBS, like, the science channels and stuff like that, right? Like, Anton and stuff like that. They run tests on that because the different kinds of content for it, right? And most people are like, you know, if it's like a controversial topic or something like that, I don't know what to do next. Okay. This is what you do, Callie. Well, let's find out what it says. Now, let's see what it comes up with. They're audio stories. They're not ASMR anymore. But they're both, Callie. You can make them both. Elf Archer versus Mischievous Dryad. Fairy Queen's Royal Inspection. Oh my god, that's... Dude, this could go so hard. Fairy Queen's Royal Inspection. And it's like the timid dude being inspected as like a specimen to be like a concubine. What do you think about that, Callie? I really like that. And then you just have it from the dude's perspective of him being like literally like assessed sexually. that sounds really good. So like you would change the perspective, right? So it's not you're the queen, it would be you see the queen. Commands you to kneel, uses silk ribbons to tie a ceremonial bow around your wings so you don't fly away. Oh, dude, that is such a good little... See, this is what I love AI for. It can give you really cool ideas. She uses silk ribbons to tie a ceremonial bow around your wings so you can't fly away. Dude, that is such an awesome little interesting detail. You should absolutely... This is why I love taking AI ideas, man. They can give you some crazy inspiration. You accidentally knot the ribbons around her wrists instead. No. See, you don't want to do that. You want to be the timid guy. Instead of the reverse around. But I like that. So boom, just out of there, Callie. Go do that one. That one's going to go hard. And have like the total dommy mommy vibe to it. Be fucking epic. But again, you guys know everything that I think is like badass and awesome and great and cool and shit is always 100% fail because I just have the worst taste. I just can't. I just can't do it. Gordo's eyes widened. Where, my friend, did you come by this? Quincy put a finger to his lips. Gentleman explorer never reveals his secrets. But I will reveal my intent to go there and beyond it, if possible. Smirk painted itself on Quincy's face. The combination of that smirk and his wild hair making him look like a madman. To Ordo, that wasn't too far from the mark in this instance. If you lost all sense, to go that far, you need at the very least an airship. Something you are unable to come by, given your first one was taken. You're right. I do need an airship. I have that settled, my ebony friend. A modest size, so as to avoid guild aerosonar. We may be tight on supplies, but with hiring the right crew, everyone can wear more than one hat. If you catch my drift. I like that. That's a really neat way of saying that. I've never heard it said that way before, Fish. That's really inventive. I like that. I have navigational skills. You're a damn good marksman. Or Ordo could respond. A trio of men wearing teal and black uniforms entered the tavern. The lead one wore a square hat that matched the rest of his clothing. Judicators, he whispered and gestured to Quincy's left. Quincy snapped his head to his left and peered, wishing he could shrink himself to the size of a mouse. Here we go. Lead Judicator whispered something to his companions, who glared at Quincy and began making their way to him. Quincy Arfoire, the lead one said, when they finally made it to his table. The gentleman explorer. Chance meeting you in a place like this. Fancy indeed, Lord Judge. Care for a drink? My treat. Judicator waved a hand dismissively. Oh no, I'm on duty, you see, and in public. I'll have to indulge some other time. Of course, came Quincy's reply. It's a funny thing, that. Duty, I mean. Something that is required due to one's job. Tell me, Quincy, what do you think of my job entails? Feigned ignorance, then thought for a moment. To enforce the policies set by the High Lord of Enum, would be my guess. Indeed, the Judicator mused. One such policy is the apprehension of thieves. Theft is a very serious offense, I'm sure you understand. Quincy, beginning to sweat, merely nodded. Ordo looked back and forth between both Quincy and the Adjudicator before the look of realization covered his face. Picked up his empty glass and pretended to drink from it to hide his expression. Especially, he went on, when it comes to knowledge. Knowledge is power, in any form. Books, records, why, even maps, I'd reckon. Would you not agree, Quincy? Again, he nodded. Splendid, so... He paused to lean back in his chair. two other adjudicators revealed weapons hidden inside their teal and black coats. Why don't you accompany me outside where we can discuss the duties of my station in private? Damn, bro. This is absolute fucking fuck, I can't remember the guy, Hans Grafter or whatever the fuck his name is from Inglourious Bastards. So fucking well presented. Love it. It's like, we clearly know what the fuck is going on. And he's like, ah, shit, busted. But it's just done so subtly and well. That's some good dialogue right fucking there, bro. Hell yeah. This is basically the scene in Not Story where the other heroes said something that let the main character know they know who he is. Ah, so you're taking inspiration from Not of being like the whatever the character's dad is. I really wish Not would come back so I could read more of his story, but I also really hope he's out there writing more, so when he does come back, we have lots of story to work with. Because, damn, his story was fucking good. But damn, this is pretty good too, Fish. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Shit, man. I'll DM you my opinion on the video, Callie. Oh, shit. She's not willing to say it in public. Uh-oh. Guys, that's not a good sign. Wait, or that is a really good sign. No, I'm making... I was leading into making a really bad joke, Queen. Got you so hot and bothered you had to DM him. Oh, sorry. And seeing no option, Quincy pretended to choose to agree. Why, I'd be delighted. Lead the way, Lord Judge. That, the three adjudicators stood and headed for the exit, not looking back to see if Quincy was coming or not. He would be, either on his own two legs or not on his own two legs. The biggest issue with it is that you putting cheating in the story and willing cheating. Put. I could see that, Queen. But I could also see the opposite for that for people who do cheat. That would be a selling point. But I never thought about that. That's why it's always good to have more people's perspectives, right? Because, yeah, I never even thought about the cheating thing. But true, that could definitely be a turnoff for some people. Ordo leaned toward Quincy as they walked. You wild fool. Don't tell me that map was stolen by the bloody archive. It's not big thing in the romance or dark romance community. Okay. I didn't know that. They're all about, you know, majority of book talk will tell you that they don't like stories about cheating. Okay. I thought they liked it because it's the, oh, we're going to get caught. It's the hot and bothered, like, you know, the mystery, the consequences, the allure of a secret second life. And your... Yes, but the husband is a piece of shit and doesn't deserve her, kind of thing. Oh, see, I guess you're right. Yeah. Yeah, that is kind of an important angle for it, right? He's not the stay-at-home dad who's taking care of the kids and she's out fucking dudes. No, he's the piece of shit who tries to beat her, and the dude like is like consoling her, and then she falls in love with him, and then eventually either they plan to murder the dude. Basically, it's NTR. Yep. Tokes! Get your tokes! Oh shit, I actually need to grab water. I need to grab drink. Or we ain't gonna have any drink for this. I'll be right back. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Go! Huh? Wait. It's NTR? It's basically cucking. Yeah, exactly. In Callie's story, her boyfriend got taken. As far as I know, he hasn't done anything, and she chooses to cheat on him when he is in danger. My second issue is that you confused me in the beginning. The title says that I tie the fairy up, but for the first half it feels like he is in control and he has you tied up. But then somehow you get untied and you tie him up. Try to make it clear. Scott, before you continue, try to refresh the page. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, I'm not in Google Docs. Do you want me to like re-copy and paste it? Did you change something, Fish? Because I can do that if you changed something. I have nothing against that. Oh, look at my typo. I see. Is it the double L in Travelers? Ordo leaned toward Quincy as they walked. You wild fool. Don't tell me that map was stolen by the bloody archive. Quincy shrugged. Okay, I won't tell you that then. This is no joke, Ordo hissed. This is the archive, the ones who grounded a rogue traveler's airship just to serve a minor warrant of collection. Remember that? By the archive should be from the archive. Yeah, I'm like, is the archive a group of people? And that's what they call themselves? Like, that's the name of the institution? That's what it feels like. Yes, yes, Ordo. I also remember a time when the archive actually collected information to ensure its integrity. They are. Okay. Rather than lock it behind coin as they do now. Do you remember? Seems memory escapes you at this moment. Putting knowledge behind a fucking paywall. Such bullshit. That's why the world is the way it is, because we put knowledge behind a fucking paywall. So that everyone would just be fucking retarded. Ordo recoiled. What's that meant to mean? I've followed you to the Breaking Hollows, to Radiant Garden, to Farnham's Point and back. Ordo, you've indeed been a friend upon which I've come to thoroughly rely. This time is no different. The Archive are just like the Guild, men who overstep their station and think themselves kings. I need your trust, just as I did over the years we've traveled. I will sort this out, don't worry. And the world gets more idiotic, exactly. And then the people in charge, who have all the money and all the power, just stay in power, because other ones are idiots. It's like, oh, in America, oh, the Constitution says this. Yeah, but the original Constitution also basically said that women can't vote. It also said that, like, the original Constitution said that only landowners could vote. And then we amended it so, like, all white males could vote. And then we amended it so all males could vote. And then we amended it so that women could vote. So why can't we amend it? That's why they censor history, so you don't learn from it. Exactly, Fish. Overall, honestly, Callie, I didn't get the point of the story, except for the fact that some fairies took my boyfriend, and I've run into the same fairy, not a fairy, feel bad for him, and choose to kiss him to help him, so in return he helps me save my boyfriend. We? The royal we, Fish. I don't know what I said, so I couldn't comment on it. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Power of stoner brain. Yep, true, Queen. Helps in some things, doesn't in others. Ordo nodded. The two men stopped right behind the adjudicators, who had brought them to a semi-lit alley on the other side of the tavern. Its bricked walls sent distorted sounds of merriment from within, and the scent of cooking meats had followed the men outside as if to take a seat in the audience for the discourse to come. I would say, Fish, bring this up earlier. Like, smells in the tavern of, like, food going around them. Like, make that, like, maybe, like, the character's like, oh my god, I'm hungry. Because, like, he just woke up. Like, this is my perspective, right? He just woke up. He immediately realized that his thing was rejected. Immediately went to the thing. Then, immediately after going to the thing, he goes to the bar with his buddy. So, like, when they first enter the bar, at the beginning of the scene, have him, like, kind of, setting the scene in the beginning. Yeah, so kind of have him, like, noticing and, like, looking over his shoulder and, like, smelling the food to get us a feel of, like, he's fucking hungry, but this is way more important than his hunger. And then that'll, like, build a stake in the background, right? Where it's, like, this character is ignoring this one thing because of this, and then it makes us know how important that is to this character, that he's ignoring a basic need. That he's already ignored, like, basically sleep and the kempness of himself. His presentation for this. So it's like, keep leaning into that, and the things that he's sacrificing in order for this, and then it builds up to the end of the scene being, oh shit, I'm basically caught. I think that would go, like, super fucking hard. And then you could have it as a being, like, his... It's like a... I don't know what the poetic term for it is, but it's like the comparison between him looking around and being distracted by the food while he's having a conversation to, like, make a mistake. And then you emphasize that mistake, like, maybe he knocks over a drink, right? And it's like, because he like looks over and he's like, as he's like pulling the thing out of his pocket, and he, like, elbows a drink and, like, almost knocks a drink over. So it's, like, kind of showing, oh, he's distracted, so he made a mistake. And then, when the adjudicator comes in, and you've talked about the map and everything, and we already know maps are illegal, it's like, oh shit, what mistake did he make that he was distracted? Because we now know that he could, and it's like, it's using all of this to build up the character, right? But again, it's just my idea and, you know, my perspective and what I feel with it. So if it doesn't fit the story or your vibe, just ignore it. I read you, sir. I read you, sir! Hell yeah. Anyways. We went up, so we gotta go back down to where meat is... Cookie meals had followed the men outside as if to take a seat in the audience for the discourse to come. Because I love this sentence. Like, I love this. This is so vivid and so great, but without setting up the smells earlier, I feel like you're not capitalizing on that. Because, yeah, this is so good. Like, literally, like, the smells are coming to, like, that's such amazing imagery. I could just imagine, like, smoke kind of trailing out of the kitchen or out of the chimney and drifting down, like, over top of them almost. Like, definitely gives you a visceral image of it. Let's make this quick, the lead adjudicator. I keep saying adjudicator. The lead adjudicator began. Hand over the map, and you both go free. I pretend this never happened. No one will think a washed-up, eccentric explorer such as yourself could manage to steal from the library. Ordo snapped his head in Quincy's direction. The library, he mouthed. Quincy merely shrugged. Haven't a clue what you mean, your lordship. Ownership of a map would be illegal for anyone not of the guild or an approved scholar noble. Why, oof! A fist shot into Quincy's stomach, and the white-haired eccentric doubled over. Adjudicator punched him, snickered, and the other one laughed, while their leader's face grew a sadistic grin. I can do this all night, Quincy. Night is indeed young yet. I am a patient man. Where is the map? I don't know what. Oof! Another fist. This time from the second adjudicator. This one put Quincy on his knees. Ordo moved to react, but one of the adjudicators gestured towards their breast pocket, a reminder that they were indeed armed. The dark-skinned man paused and shot Quincy an uncertain look. See? This is why exploration has been tightly regulated. For too many generations, you explorers have thought of yourselves as gods. You've done as you wished since the medieval days. In my time as a scholar and initiate, I've read tale after tale, consulted record after record of adventurers and their like, gallivanting across the known world. To think of the sums of coin spent on funding your excursions would likely give the High Council of Lords a heart attack. The adjudicator paused. What's more, now foreigners think they can do the same. He punctuated that by glancing at Ordo. Fuck, I can't read. Who was still focused on Quincy. Who was still focused on trying to catch his breath and sort himself. That information was in the records, too. Old city-states and kingdoms that were low on coin due to calamity or some such. And thought it wise to clear some of their own limited space for those adventurers to claim, in the hopes they would add to their military and economic development. Well, Quincy strained after some time. Did it work? This earned him a sharp kick to the ribs. I grow tired of that mouth. The lead adjudicator gestured to one of the men who began to aggressively search Quincy's coat until he found a weathered piece of beige-white paper. He smirked and handed it to his boss. Ah, and I thought you said you didn't have this. Well, technically, I said I didn't know what you were talking about. After all, many maps exist, your lordship, even counterfeit and third-party ones. You could have been talking about any map. I didn't know you wanted that one. One of the two goons went to deliver another kick to Quincy's ribs, but the lead adjudicator stopped them. Enough, he barked. We have what we came for. Tipped his hat towards Quincy, still reeling somewhat from the assault. The archive thanks you for your cooperation, Quincy. Do take care. With that, the three men left the two explorers to their own devices. Ordo stood over his friend and muttered something, and his hands began to glow green. Low-tier arcana, cure wounds. Green cross symbols began to appear over Quincy before surrounding his body in matching light. He went aware after a few seconds. Oh, the imagery. I love it, Fish. You know what my favorite thing is? Like, specifically, like, Fairy Tail, like the beginning, early Fairy Tail, where it's like all magic had like the fucking circle with like glyphs. Like, I love visualizations of magic like that. So, that shit hits me really hard. It's good stuff. Much appreciated, Ordo. Again, a friend upon which I can thoroughly rely. Should read It Went Away, not aware. It hurt! I hurt! Wait, Sean, what happened? What happened? No, Sean, why are you hurt? No, not Sean! Did you exercise, Sean? Or did you hurt yourself, like, legitimately? Did you stub your toe? Did you stub your toe? It's like the first time I think ever I've seen like Sean use like caps. Wood pellets. 5 tons. It's 250 bags at 40 pounds per bag. And that's what you were doing all day today, Sean? Was loading that shit up? Damn, man, that's brutal. That sounds brutal. So you moved 5 tons worth of wood pellets. That's crazy. That'll get you through the winter though, right? Yup, plus I have a bone spur in my left heel, so that's like walking on a knife all day long. Ugh. Ugh, sucks. Much appreciated, Ordo. Again, friend upon which I can thoroughly rely. Supposed to. Actually had extra from last year, so that helps. Nice. Quincy shakily got to his feet and dusted himself off. Now then, we've a crew to assemble and a ship to procure. Ordo blinked. To go where, you fool? You've no map. That's when Quincy grinned wickedly. I've not that particular map, he replied, but I do have this. He revealed another folded piece of weathered paper with a flick of his wrist. Opening it revealed it to be the same map from earlier in the tavern. This would be the map the archive assaulted me for. The one they think they have, but don't. Savvy? You mad fool, Ordo replied, putting a hand on his forehead in disbelief. You absolutely mad fool. How? A gentleman explorer never revealed his secrets. Now come, we have an expedition to plan for. You set up all of the goals. You hit all of the marks. There's a couple of things that could, like, be capitalized on. But damn, Fish, that is a strong start. We get the characters, we get the world, we get the goal, we get the interactions. Thoroughly fucking epic, bro. I'm so excited to see where this story goes. And oh, and you set up like antagonist like pretty fucking perfectly too. Thank you. I try to not be abysmal with my writing. Like me, absolutely horrid, disgusting. The only thing that's good is maybe the idea itself. But the execution is just not there. Settle for a step above abysmal. There's one last line, but it doesn't matter. You've gotten it read. I'm getting so many cat videos! Callie, cat videos are epic. Like, do you like the AI cat ones of, like, the super cat who always is, like, saving babies? That shit gets, like, fucking hundreds of millions of views. It's fucking crazy. Oh, Jesus. Alright, well, if there's no one else who wants me to read anything, then we can go back to writing. Or I guess Sean's here now, actually, so we have a story to read from Sean. I'm retarded. Alright. So we're at 57 then?